receive from playing a video game impacts the same pathways that are present when one is becoming intoxicated with a substance.
Shut the f up, Cha-Cha.
Every time that I boot up a game, and listen, it doesn't even matter if the game kind of sucks. These are the same people that produced Arkham Knight. Just the fact that I can sit in a place that I want to be, remove myself from part of the world for just a few hours or a few moments of a time, even if it's a half an hour, to get the chance to play a video game is such an amazing thing. And I am so grateful for that. Now listen, gaming has become recently more prevalent in my life. There was a period of time, as many people know, where I didn't play video games. It was like almost a 9 to 10 year span.
Are you serious right now?
Which to me, it's like, okay, that kind of sucks. I missed out on a lot. But then again, now I'm looking at it like I have so many games to play. And just understanding that and knowing that gets me excited for like what's to come. And gaming is essentially a foundational pillar of my life now. I am so passionate about it. I just want to share that with all of you and everyone that even takes the time to watch a video. But this video is just to kind of talk about what gaming can provide me. Hopefully that's what it provides you. Maybe it means something different. I would love to know your thoughts. Gaming is so vital. It's so important to many people. And many of us, probably most of us, grew up with the idea that gaming was silly, that it was bullshit, that it was a waste of time. And that is completely ignorant. If you really consider what gaming is, at its core, it's art.
Don't fool yourself and think that this is art.
People made a piece of art. They collectively, or sometimes by themselves, which is insane, got together to come up with a story, to generate the actual story itself while creating characters and backstories, and then putting all of these amazing characters, or sometimes terrible characters.
We are in the bodies of video game characters.
into a game world. Now, when you sit down and just open a book and read it, it's words on a paper and it's up for interpretation a lot of the times. You need to create the image in your mind of what's happening. Gaming elevates the experience of books. Yeah, I just said that. Books are great, don't get me wrong. But video games can be seen as superior to books in many ways. If you consider the fact that the storytelling is right there in front of you, that it's thrown in as a whole bunch of images in a format that you can actually play through. Think about that for a second. A story is being told through your hands. Through your hands, whether it be keyboard and mouse or with a controller. You get to make choices in a lot of these games. Now, don't get me started, because it's a whole nother thing to talk about why some games nowadays don't give you choices in RPGs, that they don't affect the story. That blows my mind that that's not even a thing, because I'm currently playing The Witcher 3 for the first time, and I am fascinated by the amount of choices that you make that actually affect what's happening in the story. Never mind masterful storytelling. And then like 99% of video game reviews that either I see on YouTube or that I read online hardly ever talk about how the game makes them feel.
Oh my gosh, man! Oh my hell!
I feel like that is such a missed opportunity. And it's not that by sharing your point of view or perspective, because yeah, you can talk about mechanics and gameplay and world design and all that. Makes sense. It's definitely reasons why we play those games and why we may choose to buy it or not. But how a game makes you feel is so vital at its core. Because if you're putting 100, 200 hours into a video game, then that's a huge investment. But also, if you're able to get to those certain points, it definitely made you feel something. So video game reviewers, if you ever see this, tell us how it made you feel. But yeah, getting back to the point of growing up, even the media, even the news.
Not so pale.
You're on it.
Today's snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands.
20, 30 years ago, we're talking about how gaming was going to melt kids' brains. Now listen, people's brains are going to melt in all different ways, especially nowadays. Like, it doesn't even matter. Certain things that you consume on social media are probably going to do that more than a video game will. And I am here to tell you that gaming is 100% healthy for you. Yeah, I just said it. Now listen, strobe effects, whatever the hell else is going on with video games, I can't speak to any of that. But as far as gaming itself, now I'm not talking about, particular games, because obviously there's different age levels and certain things that you need to pay attention to. But as someone who's nearing 40 years old, I can play any fucking game I want. I'll play all of them, and they're not going to melt my brain. What they're going to do is give me a chance to have a great experience. The passion that's in here for gaming is going to come out. It's going to be shared with everybody. And most importantly, I get to sit down, take my time, and play through the game how I want to play it. Even if it's a 5-hour game, I get to experience it in the way that I want. It's beautiful. It's magical. It's something that just needs to be talked about in this way. Our children, kids in the world, young adults, and even adults that are in their early 20s, it doesn't really matter. We should be encouraging them to follow a path towards success, towards something that they're passionate about, towards something that they want to do. Now, yes, we're there to guide them. We're there to make sure that that path is healthy, that they can ultimately be safe in whatever they're doing. That makes sense. But we need to support the ideas. There is a child out there that can change the world with their perspective. Their unique idea that is in their head can be made to be something epic if they're allowed to do so. We cannot sit there and tell them that their idea, that gaming is an absolute waste of time, that they can't do it because it's silly. It's not something that I would do. That just doesn't make sense to me. Do not do that to anyone.
Oh, Adrian, you did it!
Except for maybe Roblox, because it's pretty scary right now. Now, one thing that video games can do, now especially in challenging games, now even puzzle games, okay, actually pretty much any game can do this. If you have a real life problem, a real world situation that you can't get past, you can loosely relate that specific scenario to something in a video game. Because let's just take Elden Ring, for example. You attack a boss. You do everything you can to try to fight this boss. You're dodging, you're rolling, you're trying to parry, you're trying to get out of the way, you're trying to figure out the move set of this boss. And you can't beat it. You're smashing your head off the wall trying to figure it out. You're getting frustrated, you're getting mad, you're getting super upset. And you're saying, why can't I beat this boss? What is wrong with me? There's obviously something that I'm not doing. I need help. So then you go along a different path. And you find a way to kind of get better, to level up, to get more experience. And then a little while later on, or maybe much later on, you go back to that specific problem, that boss, and you beat it with ease. And you think to yourself, damn, that was easy. What happened? What changed? What made you be able to do that? You found a solution somewhere, somehow. You troubleshoot it. Instead of doing the same thing over and over again and continuously failing, you found a different path to success. If that doesn't sound like something that happens in real life, then I don't know what does. There are games that I have played that are known worldwide from a majority standpoint to be deemed as awful video games. And I have a view of one specifically that I can think of that I have a positive experience with because of just so many good things that were happening in my life. And that's what video games are able to do. They're able to change our perspectives, to put us in a certain place, moment in time, because of whatever's happening in our real lives. And that game for me was Call of Duty Vanguard. I know, Call of Duty, I understand, I get it. But you know what? For whatever reason, I have a positive view of that game. And I had a ton of fun. And it is what it is. That's the key element. I had fun. I had such a good time that I was able to just sit there, be at peace, be in the moment, and say, you know what? This is fucking worth it. Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth hit a whole nother range of emotions for me that have connected with the passing of my mom. And that's originally why I started this YouTube channel, and that was my outlet. So there's that. But those games, because of the storytelling, because of what the developers were able to do to bring out emotions and make you connect to those characters in such a way, it's so supreme. It's so hard to explain how it happens, but every moment in those games, or most of the moments in those games, were able to evoke some sort of emotion from me. And I feel like that's what gaming is able to do. But there are so many beautiful games out there. Like I just mentioned, Elden Ring is probably my favorite game of all time. And just think about what FromSoft did with that game. They created a beautiful game world that is dangerous, that makes you sit there and reflect on what's happening. That also, while things are fast-paced and moving and you're getting your head stomped in every single direction, you can also find some peace and serenity in that game world. So many different locations that you can stop and visit and just look around and say, wow, I'd like to get there someday. I like to go there. And what you see, even far off in the distance, is a place that you can go. Now, in real life, there's places that you want to visit, that you want to travel to, that you want to go, that you want to experience. And you might not be able to get there right now, but once you get better, once you get more life experience, you better be damn well sure that if you want to go there, you can. Now, FromSoft completely changes the world. It changes the gaming environment. It changes the landscape. And it did it in 2022. It's only been 3 years. But they elevated experiences in such an amazing way, coming from games that they just literally were slam dunks. All the Dark Souls games are phenomenal, interconnected, beautiful level design. Elden Ring does it in such a magical way. Now, you want to talk about video games and how they're an absolute waste of time, how nothing good can come out of it? Well, think about this. You can make friends. To meet like-minded people that have a similar passion as you, that see this as maybe a hobby, or maybe they see this as something that eventually could be a job for them or a career. Or maybe it's just something that, in the real world. And you know what? I hate when people say the real world, because gaming is also the real world, because you're an actual human that's playing these fucking games, and you get to meet actual humans that are also playing these games. So you know what? It is the real world. I'm sick of hearing that. When you get to meet people and connect on a level of camaraderie and just joining up to do the same thing. It's beautiful, man. To meet somebody that might be thousands of miles away, that also appreciates the same game as you do, and you can talk about it. You can even sync up on a Discord now and meet thousands of people, and over the course of a month, and everybody has all these different opinions, but they have one common interest, and that is the beauty of gaming that they love. They have a passion for the experience, a passion for the journey, and an understanding that gaming is not a waste of time. That so many good things happen when you sit down and play a video game. So is gaming a waste of time? No, it's not. And if anybody wants to challenge you on that, just tell them that, you know what? I've been through X, Y, and Z in my life, and gaming was there for me. Gaming was the place that I found to help me outlet certain things that happened to me. And I'm better for it. So for you to tell me that it's a waste of time, that it's bullshit, that I should be doing something else, well, what are you doing? What is something that you're doing that you view as so greatly and mighty and perfect? Because you know what? What I'm doing makes me happy. And that just really is what should matter.
So, do you like video games? What do you like about video games?
Being
Yeah. Did you beat the alien in Astrobot? Yeah? And how did that make you feel?
I find peace and comfort and serenity in these gaming worlds. And I also get to talk about it. What's better than that? What is better than sharing a beautiful experience, something that is so magical in wonder? And a game that has a twist, that has a point in it where things just flip on its head. And you can't tell me that that's not similar to reading a book, or even better. So enjoy your gaming worlds. Buy a whole bunch of crap if you want, collect it. Meet other people and connect with them and talk about your experience with gaming, even if you have different viewpoints. I mean, there's actually something fun about that. Kind of going back and forth with people, trying to prove your point that, you know, this is how the game should have went. I mean, I like stuff like that. Call me crazy. But anyways, appreciate your time here. It's just a quick video. It's from here. It's just something that sort of clicked and I wanted to talk about because I still hear it nowadays that gaming is for babies. It's so stupid. Just have fun, guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.
Look! He take that robot from us! Look! Watch. Oh no! Our robot's gone! Oh, the robots are sad! Look! Look! Dad.
You won.
All the robots are with our robots.
You won.